Hey everyone, this is John Davidson at the Esports Trade Association broadcast booth. We are at the 37th annual Lee Steinberg Super Bowl party, and I've got my good friend Conrad Thompson, CEO of Agent Gaming, a pro Fortnite organization. Welcome to the Super Bowl, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. So this is something,
Yeah.
right? We've got the biggest party of the weekend. We've got esports as a mainstay.
Yeah.
Man, what do you think about esports being on the main stage here?
I love it. I think it's great that esports is finally getting more, attention, more shine. It's about time. I think, it's definitely the future. So I love it. This is beautiful to see. It motivates me and it makes me want to continue to, work hard and work in the industry because I'm actually seeing a lot of progress. So
That's right. Yeah, we just talked to some guys who are OGs in the space.
Exactly.
Been in it 20 years, and they're probably super jealous of you coming to space a lot more recently with opportunities like this. But you're doing a great thing with Agent. Tell us, what is Agent Gaming? What do you guys do there?
Yeah, so Agent is a esports organization or a brand that's built by competitive gaming, entertainment, and apparel. We arguably have the best Fortnite roster. Just the tournament happened in Copenhagen, Denmark. $4 million prize pool. Our player Cooper won that tournament. Summer Showdown, partnership with Coca-Cola and Six Flags. One of our players named Baka, he won that tournament as well.
Yep.
So, yeah, we definitely have a lot of very big Fortnite creators, and we're killing it right now. So, yeah.
Fantastic. And so from what I understand, someone who a lot of people know the name, Dexter Lawrence, is greatly involved in Agent Gaming. Talk a little bit about the dynamic of an NFL player understanding gaming and esports enough to make that an investment in you.
Yeah. So, I found Dexter on Instagram. I reached out to like a lot of athletes on Instagram, and Dexter was one that wanted to invest. He has a passion for gaming and he likes it. So it's cool to know that he understands that it's not something that happens very quickly, like it's going to take a few years.
Yeah.
So finding an investor who is understanding of that, plus they offer more than just money because he has value in terms of like his status.
Right.
So he's an NFL player, two-time Pro Bowler. He's very young. He's on one of the, largest NFL teams. So he provides tremendous value. So it's definitely a blessing to have someone like him a part of Agent. And hopefully this doesn't go out too soon because we actually have Dexter's announcement, I would say in about a week and a half, and it's going to be out to the public. It's going to be similar to whenever Boston Scott joined Dignitas, if you guys are familiar with that. And we're creating a whole announcement video for Dexter Lawrence, and it's going to be very, very fantastic. So not many people know that he's a part of Agent yet, but you guys will see very soon. It's going to be amazing.
Everyone's about to know.
Yeah, everybody's going to know.
So with that being said, we will release this after the announcement, I can assure you. So talk a little bit about how do you utilize a very well-known NFL player with an esports organization, a way to mutually benefit?
Yeah. So, there's not a lot of actual like athletes that do things with esports teams. So I think, by us being the first to really do it successfully towards us, like, an actual great partnerships where we work with a lot of brands that kind of want to bridge the gap between traditional sports and esports, because there's a lot of brands like, Coca-Cola. They do things with athletes, and Coca-Cola does things with esports, how they have the partnership with Six Flags. So I think with being one of the very few esports teams to where we have a high profile athlete, and then we have high profile, esport players, I think I just think it'll be very, very well. So yeah.
Is Dexter a pretty big Fortnite player himself, or did he just like the opportunity of gaming?
So he's really into 2K. It's crazy how a lot of Madden or NFL players love 2K and a lot of NBA players love Madden. I don't know why, but he likes Fortnite. He just says a lot of his teammates and his friends, they don't like Fortnite because of the building aspect.
Yeah.
So he'll watch Fortnite and play by himself, but whenever he plays with his friends, they'll play 2K or Call of Duty.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You are 20 years old.
Yeah.
So you're a young guy, you're an entrepreneur, you're ambitious, very impressive. Some people may be watching this, and whether they're teenagers or early 20s, and they're thinking, man, I'm a big fan of esports. I know this space. Give us a few tips on how do you start your own esports organization?
So I think you have to figure out how can you separate yourself from a lot of other brands, You don't want to follow a lot of business models to where, you're reluctant or you're relying off of like sponsorship dollars. So for one, I think it's just branding, you got to like, if you look at a lot of companies, they're very successful because they, their logo is recognizable and, just like human nature, people get attached to logos and brands. So I think that's something that's very, very key to where a lot of companies will want to sponsor you just because your brand is very recognizable. And you also have a lot of people on the team, basically their assets to where you can kind of like get sponsorships. And then I would say you have to create content. So if you're spending top dollar on a lot of players, you know, them just performing in tournaments will not be enough for the business to be sustainable. You know, this is a capital intensive industry. So your investors are going to want to make their money back if you, you know, get investors. So I would say figure out other ways to where you can make, you know, to generate revenue. You know, like I was saying, content creation is very, very huge. Building up that brand is something that's very, very important to where you can, you know, like I said, get sponsorship deals, sell apparel, and then, you know, just do other deals to where you don't have to get paid up front to where you get sponsorship money. And it can just be, you know, through affiliate codes. A lot of people might not like affiliate codes, but if you have a good enough brand and, you know, players who create content and you guys have a large influence on the followers, you will definitely make money just from people using your code or whatever it is, or your link. So that's some advice that I would give you. And it takes a long time, you know, don't expect it to happen overnight. I started this in late 2019 when I was like 15 to 16. And I'm just now seeing the real success to where, you know, I'm able to get some of the bigger guys who are a part of FaZe, TSM, NRG, and more, you know, high profile, you know, esports teams. So it definitely takes time, but I think if you, you know, you keep your head on straight, and you just keep working, it will come. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Quick question. What is the balance that you see effective for an esports org? I'm sure it can vary. Let's say Agent, the size of Agent Gaming, content creators versus competitive teams.
Yeah.
As we're seeing with some teams, it's like you got the competitive team sometimes is losing money with salaries and franchise fees. And you've got streamers who are racking up great numbers of viewership that you can sell sponsorship against. You're on the inside here. What does that look like?
So I think I've been fortunate enough to be in a game like Fortnite to where the viewership is so high to where even a small player still provides a lot of value. So I have players who place high in the leaderboard who win tournaments, and when they stream, they get thousands of viewers. When they post YouTube videos, they get tens of thousands to 100,000s of views on their YouTube posts. So I think I'm in a great position to where, you know, we're not having to pay, you know, tournament fees or franchise fees or any of those things. And our players, they're just able to compete at the highest level. And they're also to create content at the highest level. And they're able to control a large percent of the viewership on Twitch. So I just think I'm in a great position to where I don't have to suffer with, you know, paying high salaries for people to just compete in tournaments, if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense, especially from a business standpoint.
It's very beneficial to have both in one.
Right. Last question for you. How can people follow and get involved with Agent Gaming?
Yeah, so to find Agent Gaming on social media, just look up Agent GGS or Agent Gaming. It'll pop up either way. And then if you guys want to just look up my social media, it's Agent Rad. And that's about it. So yeah, Instagram, Twitter, and we have a website, Agent Gaming, and then YouTube, Agent Gaming as well. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's fantastic to see your rise in the esports space. Super cool to see the natural collaboration with the NFL and esports as we were here at the Super Bowl party.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for the invitation.
Let's go enjoy some more gaming and the Super Bowl tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Right on.